and I want to say something, and this is
Yeah.
queer centric. I do feel like queer couples in general, queer parents in general who are partnered up together, I feel like, and I'm speaking out of my ass to be quite honest, but I really think we do better at this than our straight counterparts because we're intrinsically more motivated to share everything 50-50 in some ways. I mean, I know personally, I was so set on sharing everything 50-50 because my wife gave birth to our first. And I was like, well, you have the bio connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just feel like there's something to that queer, and I could be totally wrong and y'all
No,
could write
you're
in.
right.
Who knows?
You're right. I have empirical evidence from working with 20 queer families.
Right.
But here's what I think it is. When you are in a queer relationship, so often that is same sex, but it could be, other iterations, right?
Yes.
You don't have a heteronormative type that defines your parenting.
Exactly.
And so you need to go basically line by line in terms of responsibilities, right?
Exactly.
And so I feel like the cis het families that I work with, they are all reacting to a normal type. It doesn't mean they keep it, right? But that framework exists, right?
They haven't been forced to challenge the mold.
Right. And so the
to speak.
classic one that I see in my cis het families is that dads are stepping up these days and do more work and they do chores and they pick up kids and this and that. Mom holds the entire mental load of when the school holidays are and what costume needs to be had for what performance and snacks, right? Like that January, we need to start thinking about summer camp, right? That is held by most of the moms that I work with in cis families, and it's stressful.
Yes.
Right?
My wife and I share those across the board.
Yes.
Right.
And so my husband is actually the one who holds more of the mental load, but I try to grab things in chunks so he doesn't have to think about them. Extracurricular activities for the kids.
Same.
Right.
This is literally me and my wife. Same.
Right. And so it is, I think, so valuable to be able to have that opportunity to do a line by line analysis of how we're going to show up in parenting that is connected to the needs of the kids, but also our natural strengths rather than gender patterns. I try to encourage more of my cis het clients to do the same.
Yeah. I mean, listen, what I'm hearing from you is the queers are winning.
Queer family